Hi, my name is State Representative Tommy Vitolo, and I want to share with you some information about the upcoming town election. But before I do, I want to make sure you know how to get in touch with me. 617-872-8921 is my telephone number. Call me anytime. Or you can send me an email at tommy.vitolo@mahouse.gov. Now, about the upcoming election, it's on Tuesday, June 9th. It was pushed back from May this year because of the coronavirus. And the idea was to give us a little more time to get ready for the election and understand how the coronavirus will impact our society. We've got our hands around it at least a little bit, and we've got an election coming up. We'll be voting on select board members, school committee members, library trustees, a member of the housing board, and town meeting members. And to learn about all the candidates, you can go here, tommyvitolo.com/2020 Brookline candidates. I've put up their photos, I've put up their endorsements, and I've put up their responses to the League of Women Voter questionnaire, so you can compare all of the candidates all in one place. You can also see if they have a web page or a Twitter feed or something like that. Again, tommyvitolo.com/2020 Brookline candidates for all of the candidates in this June 9th election. There are a couple of ways you can vote. The way that I'm really excited about is you can vote by mail. You don't need an excuse. The state legislature passed and the governor signed a bill allowing everyone to be able to vote by mail. And the way you do that is you get yourself a 2020 municipal election early ballot application. And you fill it out, including the signature at the bottom. Now, this is really important. If you don't have a printer, that's okay. You can actually just handwrite all of this information and mail it in. Your name, your legal voting residence, your date of birth, your phone number and email address if you have them, where you would like the ballot mailed to, and if you have any special circumstances, like you require assistance to fill it out due to a disability. If you do, the assisting person's name and their address, and you've got to sign and date it. And then you've got to mail it back. Where do you mail it? You mail it to the town clerk's office at this address, P.O. Box 470806, Brookline, Mass. 02447. So you take that application that you've signed, or you hand wrote the whole thing, and you mail it to the town clerk's office, P.O. Box 470860, Brookline, Mass. 02447. And do it soon, because the election is Tuesday, June 9th. If you want to know where to get that form, you can get it here, tommyvitolo.com/vote by mail. Go to that page and you can click and pull the form right up, where you can print it or copy it and get it in the mail. And when you get it in the mail, the town is going to mail you an envelope that looks like this. This is my ballot, and I haven't opened it yet. So it says, read all instructions before voting. I will do that. I've made sure it's the one addressed to me and not to my lovely wife. When you open it up, you find inside, it's very exciting. You find that you get a few things. You get a return envelope, very important. This envelope does require a stamp, so you need to put your stamp on, and you need to make sure you address it to the correct town. Of course, that's Brookline, P.O. Box 470860, Brookline, Mass. 02447. And what you want to do is you want to read the instructions, of course, which are here. Read them carefully. And ultimately, what you end up doing is you fill out your ballot. Here is my ballot. I live in precinct 6, so my ballot looks like this. Yours may look a little different with different town meeting member candidates. You fill that out, and you end up putting it in this envelope, which you sign and write your name on, and make sure that you fill out all of this correctly and seal it. And then you put it in this envelope. You get that stamp on it, first class, and you get it back right away, because it needs to be received by the town by Tuesday, June 9th, the day of the election. I encourage you to vote by mail. Because of coronavirus, we do want to reduce our interactions within 6 feet, and we want to keep those who are civil servants and others working with folks every day as safe as possible, and that means limiting interaction. So if you can vote by mail, I encourage you to do so. But you can still vote in person. However, there are a number of important changes to our election day this year on Tuesday, June 9th. The first important change is that the polls are open from noon until 8 p.m. I'll say it again. The polls open at noon and close at 8 p.m. sharp. You must be in line by 8 p.m. for your vote to count. And that's on Tuesday, June 9th. 4 polling locations have moved because they are in places where we don't want the increased traffic. 3 are our apartment buildings, and the 4th is a fire station. So if you live in precinct 3, you would normally vote at 90 Longwood Avenue, but now for this election, you're going to vote at the Coolidge Corner School, and that's the Stedman Street entrance. If you live in precinct 7, you would typically vote at 61 Park Street, but on June 9th, you're going to vote in person at the Brookline High School Schluntz Gym. Similarly, if you live in precinct 10, you would normally vote at 190 Harvard Street, but you also would vote at the Brookline High School Schluntz Gym. And finally, if you would typically vote in precinct 15 and you want to vote on election day rather than use the mail-in, you would typically vote at the fire station at 962 Hammond Street, but instead you're going to want to go to Baker School to the lower level cafeteria. And that's how you can vote in person on Tuesday, June 9th from noon to 8 p.m. Lastly, and this is really important, we need poll workers to work all of these polls. And many of the workers, if you voted in the past, you recognize are older adults. And those are folks who may not be so interested in working on this particular election. And so if you have Tuesday, June 9th available from about 10:30 in the morning until 8:30 or so p.m., whole time, you can't do a half a shift, you could be a poll worker. It pays $175 and comes with lunch and some PPEs to keep you safe. If you think that might be a good thing for you to do some civic duty, go to tommyvitolo.com/poll worker, and you can read about what the requirements are and what the benefits are to decide if that's something that works for you. If so, please let the town clerk's office know immediately. As I said, they're really looking for poll workers. So once again, the election is Tuesday, June 9th. You can vote by mail. You can vote in person. You can go to tommyvitolo.com/2020 Brookline candidates to make sure that you have a chance to read up about all of the candidates. And it's critical that you vote. If you are eligible to vote in Brookline, I implore you to do so. It's so important. Thanks for watching Brookline Interactive Group, and thanks for participating in our town.